Right, so it's me, Lorenzo, producer and songwriter from London, and right now I'm going to be showing you how to add lead parts to your music production. Let's go. So here's a song I wrote with London singer-songwriter George Balkwill. You might have heard it several times in the previous videos where we created the drums, the bass, the rhythm and chord patterns. Now we're going to be moving on from the chorus, you'll be pleased to hear, onto the instrumental part where we're going to try and add our lead parts. So let's have a listen to that transition.
You can be cool to be kind. You can be cool to be kind.
So as you can hear, at the moment it's purely just a basic beat. What we want to do now is add that lead element. So I'm going to start really simple. I'm going to just add what I'm going to call the hook. And the hook is purely just going to be that catchy end part of the chorus, which is already there in the singing, the you can be cruel to be kind, that bit there. So let's just copy and paste that over into a new track, and then we can do loads of cool stuff with it. Cool, so I'm just going to create the track here, add audio track. I'm going to make sure it's a stereo because the effects we're going to add on makes it much better if it's stereo. I'm going to grab the section from the vocals.
You can be cruel to be kind.
Probably want it right in the middle of the whole instrumental part. So
you can be cruel to be kind.
And then at the end again.
You can be cruel to be kind.
Yeah. Right, so now let's go for the fun part and add some effects. So the first effect I'm going to add on is called Vocal Synth. It's a very handy plugin. Definitely recommend it.
You can be cruel to be kind.
And it's got a whole bunch of presets as well.
You can be cruel to be kind.
You can be cruel to be kind.
So see what I mean? What I've done is I've already prepared my own preset. So I'll just load that one on here for the hook. Let's do that.
You can be cruel to be kind.
So I'm going to go with that one. So the other secret weapon I'm going to use here is called Snap Heap. And it comes as part of the Kilohertz bundle, and I've mentioned before the Slate All Access Pass includes this as well, so yeah, definitely worth checking it out. But yeah, I use this quite a lot. Again, there's a whole ton of presets. Let me just pick one at random, if you see what I mean. Yeah, so it's quite crazy. Again, I've prepared my own one, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. So this is my preset for this track.
You can be cruel to be kind.
Next I'm going to add a lead instrument, and you can use any software instrument you like or samples. In my case I'm going to use my secret weapon again, which is a Greek bouzouki. I'll show you what it is. This thing here. So instead of playing it in directly, I've actually already sampled one of the notes, and I'm going to use the sampler here, as you'll see on this track, to play something that goes well with the music. So let's have a go.
You can be cruel to be kind.
So in terms of effects for the bouzouki, as you can see I've already got some reverb here, but just to make it a bit more interesting I want to add an auto pan on there. An auto pan is really handy. It just, as the name suggests, automatically pans the sound left and right to a certain specific pattern. So let's just add that on here now. I'll just turn it on and off so you can see the difference. This is without. With. Bit of extra flavour. So I really want that lead part to stand out, and I just want it to be in your face. So ways of doing this, you can just sort of copy and paste the same pattern and add a different synth sound, layer it up into different octaves, stuff like that. And yeah, we can do that, but I think for now I'm just going to add the actual guitar on there with the same pattern and just really give it some. So we're going to have one guitar playing in the left ear, one in the right ear, just again to give it that stereo feel. So yeah, let's see how that sounds. That was fun. So for the electric guitar effects, I'm not going to add a typical electric guitar bunch of plugins. What I want to do is I want to actually mix it with some of the Serum presets that are available. And Serum, as you probably know, is more of an instrument synthesizer, but it also has loads of really cool effects, and I quite often use them for guitar. So here's the example. I'm just going to add Serum on here as an insert. And there's all the effects here. They've got all this stuff here, you know, distortion, flanger, phaser, all that. And what I'm going to do is just add my preset here. Whole load of stuff. So let's have a little listen before and after. This is before. After. So it's serious stuff on here. It's so cool. So that's the first thing, just to give it that wacky sound. Next thing I want to like to add is just some reverb. So just give it that distance, you know. Finally, add a bit of kickstart, and we've been through this a few times now. It just gives it that sidechain effect. Cool. So the final bit of lead I'm going to add on here is what I call the vocal chops. Basically, I've taken chops of the vocal, as you can see here. Have a quick listen.
You can be cool to big, you can be cool to big, you can be cool.
Yeah, and let's just add a bunch of effects. The first one being vocal synth, again, as we had before. The difference this time, we're going to go for MIDI mode instead of audio mode. And what MIDI mode lets you do is play the MIDI notes, and then the vocals come out using the same notes. This is it's really cool, actually. So let's take the same MIDI notes we did before. I'll just need to push the MIDI file into the vocal synth plugin, which I've just created, vocal chops, and we should get that there. So let's have a listen to what it sounds like on default. Again, like there's lots of effects here, but just to save time, I've prepared a preset here. The sound I'm going for is here. And you see this mix lever here. It enables me to have the original vocal in at the same time, which is quite handy because I don't want it to be purely synthesized, otherwise it would sound like this. Which is fine, but I want it to be a bit clearer. I want the lyrics to still come out. Okay, and also, of course, I'm going to add my snap heap. Let's do this. Sounding a bit better. I'm also going to add a couple more snap heaps just to give different layers in terms of octaves. I'll show you kind of what I mean, and then we'll just skip to it. Right, that's all done. I've also added my auto pan. Cool. Last thing I want to add here is a chopper. As the name suggests, it just chops up the sound a bit more. I think this bouzouki thing, I might just introduce it only in the second half because there's a lot going on through the whole couple of phrases now, so just at least have something extra come in the second half. So yeah, I'll do that and then we can have a listen to the whole thing through and see how it goes.
You can be cool to be kind. You can be cool to be kind.
So there you are. I hope this is useful for you in laying down lead parts for your music production. You've got your synth instruments, then you've got the vocal chops, and then you've also got live instruments like guitar. If you've got any questions, want me to delve into more detail on anything that I've gone through, then yeah, just shoot a comment across or a message. I'm always happy to look into that. And yeah, please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, because that will definitely help me to create more content for you. Until then, see you next time.